Hey guys, Teagan here from BlueSense Digital, and today we're going to be going through the most efficient and most effective way to break down shopping data within the Google Ads dashboard. And this is especially helpful for brands that have, products in the thousands, because it does take a lot of time to, number one, look through and analyze that data, and then number two, refine down campaigns to, let's say, only push a certain high performing segment of those products. So let's dive straight in, and hopefully it's helpful.
So diving straight into it, I just wanted to give you an example of a brand where we've just gone and refined their range down quite significantly, for the reason that they've got a range of over 18,000 products that they sell on their website with a relatively restricted daily budget. So $250 a day, but just for reference, they're only spending on weekdays because they're primarily a B2B business. Now, when you have a restricted budget and a huge number of products that you're pushing, that spend gets very finely split across those different products, and it prevents those products from optimizing effectively because they simply have too little spend flowing through them, and they can't generate the learnings that they need to in order to optimize effectively. So what we decided to do was, for the moment, just refine their range down to the top 100 or so top performing products, just push our spend through those products, and we can always expand that product range that we're pushing at a later stage once performance picks up in the account again. So the most effective way to do that is to go into the reports section up at the top right over here, and if you were going to create a new report, go to predefined reports and then go down to shopping reports, and then you can just select the first option here. Then that'll open up this specific section over here. Now we can essentially tailor this shopping report according to however we'd like and whatever metrics we are basing performance around. So just for the moment, or just for the sake of this example, and exactly what we did in this example was we specifically wanted to break this campaign's performance down by performance of individual products. So up at the top here, we've got rows, which would obviously be the data that's reflected on the left, and then columns, which is obviously the data that's reflected along the top over here. So just for the sake of this video, I'm going to remove product category, and then we can just put in, let's just say, product name or product title for this example. And then as you can see here, it'll break down all of those products on the left over here. Now I see that there are only 5,000 products reflecting in this feed, so they must have done some sort of product cut in the last couple days since I did this analysis previously. But just for the sake of this video, obviously this will be 1 to 50 of just under 5,000 products listed by product title, and then obviously you can change the columns that you want in this section as well. So for me personally, I'm only interested in the spend that is going through each product. And again, you can just drag and drop those columns to reflect the data that you would like. And then in terms of performance, from the BlueSense perspective, we're mostly interested in return on ad spend. So I can just remove all of these other columns for the moment. So we can add in return on ad spend, which would be conversion value divided by cost. Sorry, just backtrack to its abbreviation, which is down over here. So we've got conversion value per cost, which is return on ad spend, then conversion value. And obviously just feel free to add in any other metrics you'd like to in this column section. Now we can obviously sort by the highest spending products, so we can sort cost by high to low, and that'll essentially break down which products have spent the most, how many conversions have come through in that specific date range. So let's just say for this example, from the 1st of July, we can apply, or actually let's expand this out from the 1st of July to today, which is the 8th of September. And we can see, okay, that's the amount of spend that has flowed through those specific products. Those are the number of conversions that have come through. That's the return on ad spend. That's how much revenue they've generated. And now we can essentially take the top 100 or so of these and push these into the campaign. Now, the easiest way to do that, and what I did in this specific example over here, is you can add in another column here just for item ID. So we'll just add that column in over there. So now we've got the item ID as well, and the product title, and all these other performance metrics. So either, if you have a very limited range, you can just do this manually and manually copy the item IDs from this report over into your shopping campaign. But the best solution that I've found for accounts like this, where you have a huge range of products, is specifically just to download the entire sheet. So you can click download over there. That'll download the CSV file. Then you can upload that to Google Drive and convert that into a Google Sheet. And that's exactly what I did in this example over here. And obviously that'll pull in all the relevant data that you specifically outlined in your report within Google Ads. Now over here, just to show you the process that I followed specifically in this example. So this was the entire database. Obviously, as you can see, huge range of products. So the first thing I did, obviously open the Google Sheet, and now you can refine or rather filter your entire product range by these certain columns. So to do that, just highlight your column, go to data up at the top here, and then under sort sheet, you can either say A to Z or Z to A, and that'll rearrange each row in the sheet based on that specific column. Obviously, like I've just done, that sorted the entire product range by the amount that those products had specifically spent. So when analyzing shopping data specifically, we do want to only analyze products that have had a reasonable amount of spend flow through them. If we've only had a tiny bit of spend, a couple dollars flow through a product, it's not an accurate representation of that product's true performance. So let's say in this example, we were only interested in, let's say, the top 200 or so. So what I did there was copied the top 200, pulled them into a new sheet. Let's actually just go through this process again just for this specific example video. So let's just, for the sake of this video, we'll trim down the top 200 products. So let's just, 200 or so products, we can copy that and just throw that into a new sheet. Sorry, I'll just call that test for the moment. So we've got all of our shopping data in here. Now we can effectively weed out the products that we don't want to be pushing. So let's say, for example, we've had products that have spent a reasonable amount, but we want to refine out or weed out all of the products that have received no conversions based on the current spend that has flowed through them. So again, like I just mentioned, hit your column, hit data, and then sort sheet by Z to A, and then it'll sort your sheet based on the number of conversions that have come through those specific products. And in this example, I wasn't interested in anything that had received under a full conversion. So, you can refine out a good section of those top spenders or the highest spenders. Essentially these are all very low ticket items. So all these products where, we've spent $48, we've spent $16, $13, and haven't generated a full true conversion through that product, we can obviously weed out all of those products, and now we're left with 90 or so of those top performers. Then we can do the same for return on ad spend. So sort sheet Z to A, and now we can essentially go through, let's say, for example, some of these products down here. So this would be a good example where we've spent $140, generated under one full conversion. And the same goes for these top or these bottom 10 or so products. We could remove those as well, based on the fact that they've spent a significant amount, haven't generated a great return on ad spend. So we could do that as well. So obviously you can go through this process however you'd like. Once you've refined down to the specific products that you want to be pushing within your campaign, what you can do is copy all of these item IDs. That's why it's essential to add in your item ID within the Google Ads report as well. So copy those item IDs, head back on over to Google Ads. Then let's say within your asset group that you're looking to refine down, go into the listing groups, or if it's a shopping campaign, for example, then you can essentially refine the products by item ID that you want to be pushing within this campaign. So to do that, instead of adding the item IDs in one by one, you can say add items in bulk manually, and then you can just paste all of those item IDs in there, and then hit save, and that'll obviously just push those products that you want to be pushing in your shopping or PMAX campaign. So a bit of a nuanced video. Hopefully that was actually helpful. If you have any further questions, please leave them in the comments below, and we'll get back to you with that relevant info. If you found this video helpful or found any value in this, please hit the like button below. It obviously tells the algorithm that we know what we're talking about. If you like our content, please hit the subscribe button to stay updated with any future videos that we launch, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.